Have you heard about the Urban Dictionary name game?
The Urban Dictionary name game? No, I have not.
That's where you put in your name into Urban Dictionary, and some names are going to be different. I did try it out. My name is not that bad, and I think your name is okay too.
Yeah, now that you mention this, I do think I saw someone share a screenshot or some kind of reference to it over the weekend or something.
Possibly, because I think I saw this. I think I put it in our book
earlier last week.
Yeah.
Now I just need to find the site so that I can see. So what's yours? Do you know it off the top of your head?
No, but if I just Google Urban Dictionary, it doesn't even pull up the website. It's got all the things, so you can just search from right there. So I put Kate, and it's really long, and it's a good one.
Okay.
Legit definition of Kate. Pure.
Let's hear it.
Kate is unique. That was a direct quote, by the way. Kate is unique. She's not like your average girl. She is genuine in everything that she does. Her loyalty is phenomenal, and you never have to doubt her. Kate's kindness inspires others to do good things. Kate is not weak, though. She's a strong, independent girl who can get herself through anything she sets her mind to. She is so hilarious. Sometimes she has a dry sense of humor, and other times she just knows how to make people laugh. She tends to be random at times, really random, but she knows when to be serious. Kate has been told by many that her advice changes the way that they look at life. I know it's getting deep in here. Kate has a very bubbly personality that makes anyone feel comfortable talking with her. She also has beauty, a nice figure with luscious hair and sparkling eyes.
Man.
When she smiles, it lights up a whole room. I'm feeling really good about myself. Her intelligence is also above average. She is able to learn quickly and apply. Kate has many good personality traits, but she is not self-conceited. As a matter of fact, she has some downers too. Wah, wah. Sometimes Kate can be a little too sarcastic. That can offend some people, but she apologizes. She also has a tendency to procrastinate from time to time, but she still manages to get everything done. Now, Urban Dictionary, it's kind of like Wikipedia, right? Where people can add to the definitions.
Well,
right?
I don't know if their editorial is as stringent as Wikipedia's, because Wikipedia does a pretty good job locking down, because they want to be like an encyclopedia. They really want to be trusted, whereas Urban Dictionary, I think, I mean, if you look
for goodness sakes, Matt, this sounds like I wrote it about myself.
Did you?
No.
Oh, okay.
But I started reading that. I'm like, oh my gosh. And I shouldn't say it sounds like I wrote it. It sounds like something my mom would write. Like these are things like my mom would say to me, like in those formidable years where you're trying to like instill confidence in your young daughter and come on, you're strong, you're independent, you can do anything you put your mind to. Like this just sounds like a mom cheer.
Yeah, so your mom was following social media and saw that there was an Urban Dictionary name game, and then she typed in Kate, and then she edited it to say all those glowing things about you, except for your sarcasm.
In November 2011, she would have said like, Kate can be too sarcastic and it gets her into trouble, especially when she rolls her eyes at her parents. And I have a feeling like not everybody's name brings this like glowing like aspiration of what you want to be.
Well, mine, so I typed in Matt to Urban Dictionary, and the first result simply says that one guy from Wii Sports nobody can beat.
That's hilarious that it has to do with video games.
Yep. You're right.
And then they give you like a use the word in a sentence. Friend, I was playing Wii Sports and I decided to try boxing with Matt. Me, how'd that go? I lost because Matt's that good.
That's right. I was pretty good at Wii Sports, and I think I could still, the tennis especially, I'm pretty good. Okay, so Urban Dictionary name game, if I type in Matthew, which is my legal name, Matthew means gift from God. Usually a Matthew is a sweet and caring guy. He'll be very clever and good at sport. Matthews of this type usually only ever love one person and always will till their dying day. Matthews can get very emotional and find it hard to express their feelings. Matthews love music. And then used in a sentence, oh, look at that Matthew over there. He's very handsome.
That's fantastic.
Yep. So what about Catherine, or do you deny that as being your name?
No. Catherine. Spell it right. Yeah.
We spell your name Katherine.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. A girl who is very shy at first and beautiful, but who's a pain.
Who is in pain?
Wait, I read that wrong. In pain. I think that was a Freudian slip. Is beautiful, but who is in pain and holds a lot of secrets, but is an amazing person and full of humor and would do anything to help someone in pain, even if she is in pain. She makes people smile, and if she didn't, she would feel terrible. She might not be the nicest person sometimes, but that's because people treat her like a monster. But she can be the nicest person. Catherine is a person with a gold heart. Really rare to find her.
Yeah, both yours are pretty. I mean, Kate has a more flattering definition than the Catherine one does.
Yeah. Catherine's full of a little bit of drama there.
Yeah. People treat her like a monster.
Maybe that's why I go by Kate. Ha.
All right, so Urban Dictionary name game. Go type your name in and find the results, and you can see if it's flattering or not so flattering, like Matt and Kate.
Do you think that there would be a name that would be obvious, that would not have glowing definitions like Matt and Kate?
I can, but you know how we don't like to get political on this show.
Oh. I wasn't going to go political. What about Richard? Think Richard would be something?
Maybe. All right. I'll type this. Richard, a friend we all need. He's always there when you need him. Can put a smile on a face and brings up laughter with the simplest of ease. He is cautious of the fake things out there, but loves a good deal on chicken. And it goes without saying, Richard has a big beep.
Shut up. It says that?
That's the last sentence, yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Well, I thought maybe Richard was like Catherine. Maybe it's too formal. So let's look up Rick. See where I'm going with this?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
You know what Rick's is? Rick's never going to give you up. He'll never let you down. He's never going to run around and desert you. He's never going to make you cry. Never going to say goodbye. He's never going to tell a lie and hurt you. Get it?
Yeah, Rick rolled on Urban Dictionary.
Rick Astley.
Yeah.
Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you. Okay.
We let Rick Astley in here.
Who let him in here? In his trench coat? Oh, cool.
Sounded just like him.
I know. I love it. The kids hate it. I see. Okay, I really thought that Rick was going to be a little more dangerous. There's got to be names out there that you're like, whoa, can't read that on the air.
Well, a different abbreviation for Richard.
Right. But it's Urban Dictionary, so I thought I was going to say, also see. Boop, boop.
This is so stupid. I can't read any of these. So they have 4 different definitions for the 4-letter word abbreviation for Richard.
That starts with a D?
Yes.
Because Rick is a 4-letter word.
Oh,
right?
yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. So the other nickname for Richard, which I have no idea how people got there, but whatever.
Okay. Is?
Well, I can't say it, but I'm just pointing out that the other.
Oh, you already. Okay, yeah, the one I've been alluding to. Gotcha.
The one that you're alluding to that starts with a D that has 4 letters that we cannot say.
We could if we had started this conversation talking about a person named that,
like Bert from Mary Poppins, played by Dick Van Dyke.
There you go. Yeah, good job, Kate.
Go. You're welcome.
Urban Dictionary name game. What a good time.
I know.
So I assume what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to screenshot your result and then share it to your Facebook or Twitter or Instagram or Snap, or I'm not trying to name off every single social media platform, and then people go, ha, 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 ha. Why'd you choose that abbreviation, Richard?
It sounded very Tommy Boyish. Richard.
Oh, is there a Richard and Tommy Boy?
Yeah, it's David Spade.
David, it's been forever since I've seen that movie. I think maybe I've seen that one twice.
Oh, it's on Netflix right now. And there's the preview on Netflix. Every time we scroll by it, Elliot's like, oh, I want to watch Tommy Boy. And I'm like, oh, it might be a little bit. There might be a few things in there that I'm not, I'm going to have to fast forward through. But
yeah. Matt and Kate at the movies.
Yeah.
I saw, did you watch the Jonas Family roast?
I didn't. I watched the previews that made me laugh.
Okay. I just caught, I don't have Netflix currently, so I just looked at there's an article about it.
Yeah.
I was looking to see, is there anything that we can share from this special? And from the excerpts in the article I read, it's like, no, just as offensive as you would expect a traditional
roast to be.
Yeah, Friars Club style roast, Comedy Central style. But
so just because Jonas Brothers are attached to it does not mean it's the Disney Channel roast.
Correct.
Remember that one time you made out with Miley Cyrus? Yeah, I have a feeling like if you're saying it's like Friars Club,
yeah,
it's a little bit more detailed than that.
Yeah, some pretty sick jokes. They go all out on those.
I might have to watch it to see if the bonus Jonas is in there.
Feel like he's not.
Yeah.
Bonus Jonas is Frankie, that's right. We got Kevin, Nick, and Joe are the three Jonases that we kind of care about.
The ones we care about. And Kevin's just kind of like, I guess we've looped him in.
Yeah, he's like, all right. Have you seen the Comedy Central roast of Bob Saget, specifically when Norm Macdonald roasts Bob Saget?
Wah. No, maybe a long time ago.
It's basically all like dad jokes.
Oh, funny.
Or like old jokes.
Comedy Central used to air the roasts like after midnight, and then they wouldn't bleep the profanity. They wouldn't bleep any of the jokes.
That sounds familiar, yeah.
Yeah, so I would be like, oh, that's on? I better record that so I can watch that later.
Yeah, I think the Jonas Family roast, every minute of every day is going to be exactly the same. Dirty jokes and profanity.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which, okay, maybe I just kind of feel like I'm too old to be hearing dirty jokes about the Jonas Brothers.
That's why you should look up the Bob Saget roast. Specifically the Norm Macdonald. Just search for Norm Macdonald Bob Saget roast. And there's jokes like, oh, Susie Essman's here. They say she's a vegetarian. Not in my book. She's full of baloney. Like jokes like that. And it takes the crowd a long time to get in on the joke that Norm Macdonald is going to refuse to do any aggressive jokes about Bob Saget.
Norm Macdonald.
They're all going to be pretty tame joke book jokes.
We were pretty young when Full House, hit the air.
Yeah.
The first time.
Mm-hmm.
But Bob Saget had a pretty racy reputation.
Yeah, pretty risque act.
And then they hired him to be this wholesome dad that everybody's like, what?
He must have killed it.
You're going to be a sitcom dad?
He must have killed it in the audition, I guess.
He must have. Because as we got older and, we learned more about Full House and Bob Saget's comedy post Full House, where he was like, no, it's not Danny Tanner gone wrong. This is just me. This is the way I've always been.
Right.
And I just got the Danny Tanner gig and played the wholesome dad because he's got some disgusting jokes.
Meanwhile, Dave Coulier's act is just as clean as his character in the show. I saw Dave Coulier.
Are you saying it funny?
How do you say it?
Coulier.
Dave Coulier? Dave Coulier? You pronounce all three syllables, I guess, and I'm abbreviating. Dave Coulier? Dave Coulier.
You don't say the L?
I guess not.
Okay. I've never heard it without the L.
Dave Coulier. Dave Coulier. Blowing my mind here, Kate.
It kind of sounds like you're saying Kool-Aid funny.
No. You
don't drink the Kool-Aid? All right. Sorry. So Dave Coulier, you've seen him in person.
Yeah, I saw him at, what's it called? Was it Sanford and Sons?
Sanford and Sons.
Yeah. It's always difficult for me to keep that straight from Stanford and Sons.
Right.
But yeah, saw him back. We must have been 18 or something, because I think one of the reasons we went was because it was the idea of us going to Dave Coulier was funny. Not that we expected the act to be especially great.
Right. I saw Ron White there.
Ron White. I think I know who you're talking about.
Ron White from the Blue Collar Comedy Tour.
Okay, yeah.
He was the one who was like wasted drinking the scotch during his set, which is true to life.
Nice.
Yeah, he does that in person too.
I did an open mic once.
Stop it.
No, I won't. And then I realized talking to nobody is a lot easier than having an audience in front of you.
But do you laugh at your own jokes when you talk to yourself?
On the radio?
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Okay.
Don't you?
I do. So I was just asking if you do too.
Sometimes I say something and crack myself up. What can I say?
I know, and I leave it. I'm like laughing by myself in this room where I'm talking to you. It's fine.
Yeah. It's all good.
So was his set good? Dave Coulier?
Dave Coulier's set was pretty, it was funny, but yeah. Incredibly clean. And he was like, okay, cut it out. Like he went ahead and was like, I know you guys are here.
Did all the voices?
He did all the voices, yeah. But yeah, he acknowledged, I know you guys are going to expect this, so I'm just going to get it out of the way. Something like this has been 20 years.
Right.
Cut it out. You're like, ah! Coulier!
Did you meet him afterwards?
I did not. I did, a couple, at least one or two of my friends got a photo with him, though.
Nice. Yeah, we made Ron White pose with us, and we did. I've got pictures of us doing Charlie's Angels poses with us.
Oh,
yeah,
sounds lovely.
There's 4 of us. He was pretty hammered. He was hitting on my friend Shannon. She's the pretty one. We get it. It's like a normal thing anytime we'd go out. But Shannon was great because she'd always, like, the guys be like, hey, can I buy you a drink? And she's like, sure, buy one for my friends. And so
she used her hotness to score additional drinks for you guys.
Yeah, we're like, we get it. She's the pretty one. So.
Did that always work?
Always.
Okay, buy some for my friends.
Always wanted to talk to the pretty one. Yep.
And then dude comes back with the drinks. You guys chug the drinks. See ya.
Oh, thanks so much. Talk to you later.
Sucks to suck. Later, sucker.
Yes.
Etc. Right?
Etc. I don't think we were that rude. We were like, oh, nice. And yeah. Of course, he wasn't talking to us. He was trying to talk to Shannon. So. But yeah, Ron White had a thing for Shannon. We were like, yeah, we get it.
Born 1956.
Yeah.
So.
Old.
Kind of old. Gross. Old.
I mean, he wasn't gross. He was sweaty and he was drinking because he was drinking on stage. And he was very funny. We saw the Blue Collar Comedy DVD, so we knew what to expect. But he had some different jokes in there too. But it was a good night. It was a fun, Tuesday night?
Wow, that is Tuesday night.
I don't even think it was like a weekend night. Yeah, I think it was like during the week. What's the comedy place at the Legends, Matt?
Oh, well,
do they still have it?
I think that was a Sanford and Sons at one point, but then didn't the family get in a fight with each other and changed it like Sanford's Comedy House or?
Oh, there you go.
And maybe it's
Sanford and No Sons.
We search for comedy. What are they called? Comedy
Club?
A club. Comedy Club.
And every time, what was the name of the TV show, Matt?
The name of
the TV show Sanford and Son, or was it Stanford and Son?
I think this TV show was Stanford and Son. I think
where it was like bana bana,
yeah,
bum bum bana bana bum 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 bana. No,
that's really good. Okay. No, yes,
thank you. I always confused it. Like, which one's the TV show and which one's the comedy club?
All right, so man, it took me long enough to find this. They list St. Joseph Chamber of Commerce when I search for comedy club. Interesting.
Okay. I don't think that they would appreciate that.
Probably not. There's an improv comedy club in the Northland. Is that no? You're saying the Legends, which is on the west side of 435. I don't see anything showing up there now.
Well, that's too bad. I saw Rob Riggle there back in the day.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Kansas City native, right?
Yup. He was, I want to say it was like close to the holidays, maybe like in between Thanksgiving and Christmas. And he was going to be in town and wanted to do a set. So
nice.
Won tickets on a radio station. And got
what?
To go. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm not seeing much. IHOP is also listed.
Oh,
that's nice. When I went ahead and searched for Stanford's comedy. And there's all kinds of Hilton Garden Inn, the Kansas City Airport. But they do list, the one that shows up in view here is the Improv, and yeah, that's in Zona Rosa.
And the TV show is Sanford and Son.
It is Sanford?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I had him switched.
I always... Which one's the comedy club? So Stanford and Sons.
There you go.
In Kansas City.
Yeah. Good job, Kate. Good fact checking. I mean, to be fair, Sanford and Son ended in 1977.
To be fair, I only know of that show because of Nick at Night.
Yeah, Nick at Night, or sometimes maybe Antenna TV. Get your antenna up.
And I do love the memory of Red Fox, who was the lead, Sanford. And he'd grab his chest and be like, Elizabeth, I'm coming. Faking a heart attack.
And who is that? His ex-wife or something? Or was he widowed?
No, his wife who died.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say. His ex-wife.
His dead wife.
His dead wife. Similar thing.
Right.
All right, Kate, I have some follow-up from Friday's show.
Yeah.
Remember we were talking about soap operas?
Old lady talk?
Old lady talk, yeah.
Okay, we were talking about soap operas.
And I was like, what does a 90-year-old woman call a soap opera? And you had said, what was it, your guess?
Program.
Stories.
Got to watch my program.
Stories. Yes, that's what we were missing. So thanks to Brent, who let us know that stories is the word that you're looking for.
Much appreciated.
Yep.
Got to watch my stories.
I saw that looks like Marlena is going to turn into, or she is possessed again or something on Days of Our Lives.
I have heard that, yes, and that there's some sort of prayer ritual that she does before they start filming those episodes.
Oh, the actress does?
Yes. And that they keep holy water on set, and there's some sort of prayer ritual that she does before she acts like she's possessed. To
protect her from whatever demons might get her. Yeah, 'cause I saw someone had shared a clip on Twitter, and I saw Marlena with her possessed eyes.
Oh, Marlena.
And like you see her from behind, and she's like holding two torches, one in each hand.
Oh.
And then she or somebody else like comes on to a priest. It was very interesting.
Oh.
Yeah. It said Days of Our Lives.
I should watch those stories.
Yeah. Get your stories. NBC, right? For Days of Our Lives.
Yeah. Maybe this is how she leaves Days. Maybe this is how she retires.
Sure hope not.
Riding off into the sunset with Beelzebub. No. I don't think she'd want to go out like that. If she's
correct.
If she's the actress who has a prayer ritual and holy water on set, she's probably not like, let's end my career
right
with Satan.
Burning in hell.
Right.
You know, I used to watch Days of Our Lives every day for the show.
No.
Yeah, this is back when I worked in Lawrence. I forget what prompted it, but basically it was like, it'd be kind of funny if the male host of the show is obsessed with Days of Our Lives. And so I TiVo'd every episode of Days of Our Lives, and then I transferred that to audio. Well, I would get used to like knowing when to fast forward. Like, okay, fast forward until John's on screen, or fast forward until Marlena's on. You know,
not Sammy and Jack and Jen.
Well, Sammy was worth stopping at. Stefano. Yeah, Stefano was not on the show back then. Stefano was always like a looming threat in the background.
Okay.
But in the this is the early 2000s, the early aughts, if you will. Will you?
I will.
Okay. Where Stefano was semi-retired, but I haven't had the opportunity. I need to watch it, though. I do need to watch it just to see how it's changed.
So would you have, like, reports, like, in case you missed yesterday's Days, and have, like, spoilers, or would you just play audio?
I wouldn't do a full recap of the show, I don't think. Okay. It was more or less to find the hilarious pieces of dialogue.
Okay.
And for me to act very upset or pleased about events on the show, even though I was pretty not interested in it. But for the show, Kate, for the show.
Okay, but I have a hard time with that, Matt, because I've had a boss, and I still kind of currently have this boss, so I can't name names, but...
I still kind of have this boss, okay.
He's always like, talk about things like The Bachelor. And I'm like, well, I don't really watch The Bachelor. It was like, Well, your listeners do, so you need to talk about it. And I'm
That's
like,
right. For the show.
For the show.
That's right. Well, I've given up on watching things for the show.
Have you?
Yeah, I'm just like, hey, remember Home Alone? I just require pop culture from our childhood through, I don't know, 10 years ago.
Okay.
It's like my cultural literacy, Kate, could stand to improve. Now, it helps that, because radio shows for a long time would do a recap of American Idol or whatever show, and you could do that because you knew that there was a chance that like 40% of the audience had seen the show. And now, since everybody's watching 1,000 different shows, not as obligated to pay attention to these shows, but maybe Days of Our Lives.
I also think if you missed a show on TV like American Idol, you couldn't get caught up. You couldn't record the show before, or you couldn't go onto YouTube and be like, oh my gosh, what did I miss on Dancing with the Stars? So it wasn't like spoiler alerts weren't that bad because it was like, if you didn't get the spoiler alert, how would you know?
Yes.
But now people are like, listen, I got to stay off of social media for 24 hours because I want to know what happens on such and such, and I don't want to be, I don't want it to be spoiled.
Don't spoil Baywatch. Damn it.
Right. But I think this wasn't me because I'm not into dragons and I didn't have HBO at the time, but people had the Game of Thrones thing. Like I would see so many people on social media being like, if y'all could stop posting about Games of Thrones, and I was like, well, then get off social media and watch it.
Can you?
I don't know.
Maybe you were saving it for your loved one to watch with. A romantic viewing of Game of Thrones.
Speaking of that.
Yeah.
Monty has watched a series that I wanted to watch with him. And when I walked out, because he gets up really over the weekend, so I walked out there and I'm like, are you watching this show? And he's like, yeah. You want to start it over? I'm like, how many episodes are you in? And he was like, well, I think I'm in like the second season. I'm like, what? Wow. So I was real mad. And he was like, I like it a lot. I'll start it over and watch it with you. I'm like, it's not the same. It's not the same.
Can I take a guess at the show?
You can.
F-Boy Island.
No.
Speaking of shows you need to watch for the show.
Speaking of shows.
Because I assume you haven't taken care of that task yet?
I have not. I haven't.
It's all right.
I haven't.
How are our listeners going to learn about F-Boys, Kate?
They got to watch the show. I mean, I don't know if I'm the correct professor on F-Boys. So, I definitely didn't marry one. So,
as far as you know.
All right. I'm positive. That takes way too much effort. So are you going to keep guessing what show?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I should do a legitimate guess. Okay. Squid Game?
No.
Oh, damn. Succession?
No, but that's on my list.
I like that show a lot. Am I in the right general area that it's
kind of
an HBO show?
No, not HBO.
No. Netflix?
Nope.
Okay, what network then?
Peacock.
Oh, Peacock.
Yep.
Oh.
But it was not an NBC show, but it's on Peacock.
That's what I was going to say. Is this a show that has ran on a different network before?
Yep.
Is it a reboot?
Nope.
It's reruns.
No, it's like season 1 through the current season. Because it's still on.
Okay. It's still on Peacock, but it airs on NBC. New episodes air on NBC?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
I give up.
Yellowstone.
I would never guess that.
Kevin Costner. Yellowstone Ranch in Montana. Every episode's like a little mini movie. Lots of drama. Lots of gore. Yep.
Man.
I shouldn't say lots of gore. It's not super gory, but some of the scenes are like, whoa, got to turn away for that. But yeah, that was one I wanted to watch together, and then he was gone for a couple of days. I'm like, you know what I'm going to do when you're gone? I'm going to watch it without you, and I'm not going to feel bad. And he was like, hurry up and catch up. I was like, dang. Okay.
Come on, Kate. Get after it.
I know. So far, so good, Matt, though. I do like it a lot.
Oh, you do like it? So I knew that there was a show called Yellowstone. I had no idea that Kevin Costner was in it, though.
Yeah.
Or that Kevin Costner was a TV actor at all.
Mm-hmm. And I want to say he's one of the executive producers and big in the backing of it and maybe big in the bringing it to Peacock. Like, yeah, it's good. It's good. It's good.
A recommendation from Matt and Kate.
Mm-hmm. Not around the children.
Not for the children?
Not for the children.
I'm so surprised based on your description of the show. Okay.
I know. And when the children walk in and they're like, hey, what's that? And you're like, get out. You reach for the remote really quick to push pause.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And then you pause on the worst frame possible.
The worst. And because I can't hear anything, I've got closed captions so you can see words on there. And they're like, whoa, why is he upset? And I was like, what do you need?
Yeah, and for the children who are listening to Matt and Kate and are like, I wanted to see that show, and now you warned my parents.
Yeah,
Kate.
Sorry,
Kate was the one. Kate, it was her.
It's my fault.
Me, not me. Mm-mm.
I mean, if you want other Kevin Costner recommendations, I can give you those. But
Dancing with Wolves. It's a good children's flick, right? Dancing with Wolves.
I've never seen that all the way through. Yeah, but that's what it's called.
I've never seen. I don't know if I've seen a minute of it.
Field of Dreams.
Field of Dreams. Yeah,
that's a good one.
You watch The Untouchables. Watch The Untouchables with the kids.
I don't. Yeah, same thing with Bull Durham. I don't think that's a kids movie either. For Love of the Game, maybe not when he cuts his hand. What's another Kevin Costner?
You're doing great on this. Tin Cup, is he in that?
Oh, Tin Cup, that's good. That's a great one.
We're having a Kevin Costner off here on Matt and Kate. You're winning. You've named far more than I have.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
Well, that's a good one. I haven't seen the Let Him Go. I heard that's real violent. That's one of his newer movies.
Okay, I'm not sure what that is, yeah.
And then there's another one where he's a grandpa, and I don't know if it's his daughter has a child with a black man, and either both of the kids are no longer able to parent their child. So it's Octavia Spencer and Kevin Costner as the grandpa on one side and the grandma on the other, and they've got to come together to raise this grandbaby. That looks really cute. Looks deep, actually.
You a pretty big Kevin Costner fan?
I love Kevin Costner.
Yeah. Would you like to name another Costner?
I'm trying real hard. For Love of the Game, Bull Durham, Tin Cup. What's the football one? Not The Replacements. Draft Day?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's where he's an agent.
JFK? Is that the name of the movie?
Yes. Oliver Stone?
Yeah.
Good call.
Oliver Stone propaganda, yep.
He's also in a Netflix show with Woody Harrelson where they play Texas Marshals. It's a mini-series. It's good. Yeah, I like Kevin Costner.
Wasn't there rumor that they used a stunt butt in, was it Robin Hood?
I think you're right.
Is that correct, though? Is that a correct rumor?
I feel like that sounds familiar. Are you going to Google that? Kevin Costner's stunt butt Robin Hood.
Yeah. Well, now we got to. Kevin Costner.
Such a disappointment. Show us the biscuits, Kevin.
9 actors who did body doubles. Kevin Costner, Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. It's from Screen Rant. Despite showing off his rear end in Dances with Wolves...
Right.
I know that. Kevin Costner did not do his own nude scene in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. Seems like a strange decision, seeing as the actor had done it before. Apparently, it was cheaper to use a body double rather than Costner.
How does that work?
Whether that was because Costner required a higher price to do the scene or some other arrangement, the decision was made to replace the actor in the scene. This promptly avoided the extra cost that would have been incurred with using Costner. Huh.
Wow.
So there you go. If you want to see Kevin Costner's actual butt, Dances with Wolves is your choice. If you want to see his fake butt, check out Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. And then you decide which is you decide which is the biggest thirst trap. There you go.
Oh, gosh. Can you imagine how that conversation went down, like around a conference table? Listen, we want Costner, but we don't want to pay for his butt. So here's what we're going to do.
Yeah.
We're going to offer him this amount of money, and
Probably.
then we'll hire Ted off the street to show his biscuits.
Ted. Hey, you over there. They going down the street, checking out dudes' rear ends until they find one that's appropriate.
Oh. I mean, or they've got like pictures from Dances with Wolves and be like, I don't know, where are we going to find a butt that looks just like that?
They probably have butt auditions in Hollywood, right? Like screen testing?
Or just like people walk in, you willing to show your butt? All right, we got you. Here's your contract.
We added you to the list.
Yeah, you're going to have to do something about your butt before you show it. Can you start exfoliating, please? Thank you.
Exfoliating. Fantastic.
Clean up them buns.
Yeah.